Okay, so here's a new project for ball peen repair. This is a Yamaha special, but it's a 50cc version. It's a 1982, and it was like a promotional bike. I haven't researched it too deeply yet, but apparently when the 82s came out for Yamaha that year, they came out like the 650 special, I think, or the 750 special. They gave one of these bikes to each dealer, each Yamaha dealer, and they could use it for promotional purposes or whatever, raffle it off, give it away, whatever. This was bought by its owner for $600, and it runs and rides, stops, but the carb needs to be rebuilt. You can see the seat. The seat is seen many better days. It must have got laid down or something, and it's missing a lot of the foam, and of course the vinyl's gone. There must have been some sort of lid cover here that's also gone. There's a little compartment there. That's kind of cool. It came with some of the parts. There's the other side cover there. You can see how it was dolled up. And we've got all of this. This is bent. You see how those stick out at a funny angle. And if you come to the back, you can sit on it. You can see how the gauge pod is off at a weird angle, and that's because of the bent brackets up there. And it looks like the handlebars might even be a little bent. That one might be a little bit pushed in. It's hard to say, but overall the bike is in decent shape, and apparently they rode it a few times, got it up to 50-55 miles an hour, which shocks me. It's a 50cc bike, so it's basically a fancy moped, but it's really cool. I love it. The other thing there that seems weird is the muffler. I don't know, I think somebody maybe tried to hack the muffler off, and then somebody welded it back together. I'm not sure what they were trying to do here. They drilled holes. They did that and they didn't realize how loud it was going to be. This is a 2-stroke. They didn't realize how loud it was going to be. So, yeah. So anyway, there it is. That's the next project. You'll see more of it. Okay, so here's the RX50, little update. We have the tank cleaned out. We have the carburetor cleaned out. We have, I think we talked about that already. We straightened all that out up front. We have a battery on the charger, so we'll throw that in here in a minute. I have a line on a possible reupholster to fix the ugly on the seat there. We still have to fix the handlebars. It's gonna need a new front tire. And if we're gonna do that, we probably should put a new back tire on it if they're really gonna use it. We figured out that the oil injector pump is working. Oil injector pump's under that little cover right there. We know that it's working. I have straight gas in the tank and I have the oil tank full, and they're both working. She's running really nice. It is, once it is warm, which it is right now, this is not a cold start, but once it's warm, there she goes. One kick. Nice and warm, see that? So she's purring away. Now the tail light will work. And the headlight will work. And the gauge lights come on. But the blinkers won't flash. See, all it does is go out. The horn doesn't work. I believe that when we get the battery charged up, battery, the little battery right there, when we get that charged up, those things will resolve, because it needs a little, the engine doesn't have enough power to run all that stuff. But once we get that battery charged up, which will be later here tonight, things should work. I adjusted the carburetor to where, you know, obviously the idle is perfect. It just sits here and purrs, and I let it run earlier for about 20 minutes like that, and it just sat there and purred the whole time. I adjusted the slide needle, and I think we're where we need to be at the high end as well. Because it'll run and ride, and you get it going. I think may need to take it apart and clean the carburetor again as we work the crap out of the system. I cleaned the tank, you know, it's perfectly clean in there, and I cleaned the petcock and I cleaned the carburetor, but you know, there's going to be some residual you know, crap that comes out or comes loose or whatever, some corner or some nook and cranny that didn't get covered. So anyway, there it is. Update you on the Yamaha. New front tire, new rear tire, fixed the muffler where it was all leaking and cruddy looking. That doesn't look great, but it's either that or you get it re-chromed, which the paint would be good on it until you get it re-chromed. Clean the carburetor, clean the tank out, kind of polished the tank a little bit, so shined it up a little bit. It doesn't look perfect, but it looks pretty good from this far back, doesn't it? Got the handlebars mostly straightened out. You can see they are pretty much equal now. That handlebar was pushed way in. Got the blinkers and all that stuff all squared away. I've got the mirrors shined up and mounted back on. Got the Anyway, also cleaned out the petcock, new fuel line, new fuel filter. Should fire up. I know about 1,700, 1,800. Sounds pretty good. Need to take it out and ride it some to make sure that it's going to pull and everything, but it looks pretty good. Still have to figure out the speedometer doesn't work correctly, and the turn signals don't work correctly either. All that might be a battery thing. So it's about where we at. Okay, so I think about got it. I got new tire, repaired the exhaust. That's spray paint. It doesn't look great, but it's better than what it looked like. I cleaned up all the holes. New gasket here because it didn't have a gasket in it at the head in the exhaust pipe. cleaned the carburetor, got it kind of tuned up. Got the seat recovered, got a cover made for the seat. Got the handlebars straightened out, got all the, where the blinkers were mounted and everything, that was all bent to hell, and got that all straightened out. Bled the front brakes, cleaned up the mirrors, threw them back on. You can hear she's just kind of purring away there. That's what it does. Got a new battery in it. Got the electrics working. That's not much of a horn. It gets louder when the revs are up. Got the turn signals working. That backlight is supposed to blink like that. That's how it does. That's part of the way that it's supposed to work. The other side works. Headlight works. We've got high beam, low beam. Looks pretty good. Goes down the road pretty good. I don't think the speedometer is correct, but I'm not sure how much effort to put into fixing that, because I'm not sure where this is not going to go on the freeway and things like that. This is just going to be to putt around the neighborhood or go up to the car show. And so that's probably all this is ever going to be for. But looking pretty good.